she started the research on the Book of Two Ways. The Book of Two Ways here is not the title of the book we are reading. The Book of Two Ways here is the title of the first known map of the afterlife. We worked on it before. It's the map of the afterlife, for ancient Egyptians. Ancient Egyptians think or thought that once someone dies, there is like a path. Actually, there are two paths that can lead them to afterlife. And then they prepared the map showing people the real, how to go there. I don't know, like in GPS. It's a way, it's like a map showing people how to go, how to reach the afterlife safely. And this map is called the Book of Two Ways. So now our main character, Don Adelstein, is in a crossroad. And last paragraph, please. Would like to read the last paragraph of the review? Yeah, I think Richard, yes, I guess. Richard said he'd like to, yeah.
As the
Okay, we'll
story
go to Richard.
for down to possible future and more side by side, as to the secret depth long buried beside them. Dawn must confront the question she never truly asked: what does a life well lived look like? When we leave this earth, what do we leave behind? Do we make choice, or do our choice make us? And who would you be if you hadn't turned out to be the person you are right now?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mokhtar.
So we knew already that after the accident, instead of going back to Boston, Dawn decided to go to Egypt. And we read so many passages before for her journey from Cairo airport to Deir el-Barsha, where Wyatt Armstrong is working. But when we stopped, she hadn't met him yet. And we're going to start today from, she hasn't met him yet, but we're not going to see the meeting today, but the novel is going to speak about Wyatt Armstrong and how how Dawn met him for the first time in today's passage. But if you look back at the paragraph, the last one, there are so many interesting questions that I'd like to discuss with you before moving on to our today's passage. Question 1, line 3, what does a life well lived look like? Would you give it a thought? Would you please think about what, in your opinion, is a life well lived? What is your definition for a life well lived? It's not a grammar, it's not vocabulary, that's his discussion.
Hello?
Hello, Maria. Hi.
Hello, Maria. Hi. Hi.
Hi. Would you
have a nice
like
evening to everyone?
Thank you. I thought I know you, but it seemed that is it the first time you join here, Maria? Maria, can you hear me? I don't know if it is because of my internet or because of yours, but it seems there is a problem. Can you guys hear Maria when she speaks? Because I can't.
No, maybe her network is not really good. The same with my network. It's really good here.
Okay. So Maria, I mean, can you give it another try, Maria?
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to introduce yourself
Yes.
to the group?
Okay, no problem. Hello everyone. This is Maria and I'm from Philippines. And it was my third time to join in this kind of Zoom meeting. Thanks.
Oh, great. You're welcome. Are you on Discord with us on Fatwalia Discord?
I'm sorry I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I mean Fatwalia, our group, has a Discord server. Are you a member there?
Yep, I'm a member of voice group, voice notes group. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe. I've been into many
fine.
groups in English group, but I'm not sure where this link came from. And so what?
Fine, you're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, we're going to share. I'm not sure, Frida and Rahma, if you please can help me by sharing, and Bill, of course, if you please can help me by sharing the links to Discord and Facebook in the chat room. And you can find the links in the chat room here, and you can and you're welcome to join us on Discord and on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel. We share our videos there. So the question, you're welcome, Marie. If you want to add to answer question one, what does a life well lived look like for you in your own understanding? What is a life well lived? Or what does it look like?
So I can say that the life that we have living right now is not an ideal life that we are really hoping for, because in a real life there is always changes. We are living in a series of changes. I mean to say that there is no time, there is no firmament in the real life. Everything goes in this life would change, like the way we live for today is not the way that we have to live for tomorrow, and in the another day be not as perfect. It's all in imperfections. It's all in all of sort of problems. But the real thing that we have to expect is that we are expecting for the good problems, and that problems is not a burden for us. It is the way that we have to be thankful, because having a problem is just reminding us that we are in a real definition of a human living in a real world. Because if you don't have problem, you can say that I'm still alive, that I'm still a human, and I can still find a way to get back to the time that I've been better than yesterday. Because there is no good without getting bad things, and without accepting the fact that life is it's not as always as we have fantasizing to live. And that's all.
Thank you, Marie. So you think that the real life is not an ideal life, but it should, in your opinion, a life well lived be ideal?
Yeah, but everyone wants an ideal life to live for. But in real life, it doesn't happen. It wasn't a fairy tale that always end up in a happy ending.
Okay. How important are our choices in for designing our lives? How important are they?
Yeah, it's true that our choices is crucial, because you wouldn't live without a choice. Every step in your life always had a choice. Every phase that you have taken into another ways of your journey in life always take a choices. You have to be given a chosen life, or the way that you have to live by the other person that they have to live for you. So if you want to have a change, you have choose to choose or to have a choice, because you are not living in someone else's life. You are living in your own life, so that you have your own choice, so that you have your own peak of living. It's not their lives, and it's not their ways, and it's not their efforts that you have to live for them. You have to live for yourself. It's a plus point that you make it better than them. And that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Marie. Would anyone else like to say something? Like to maybe to react to what Maria said? Like to answer the questions? What does a life well lived look like, in your opinion?
This is Frida.
Yes, Frida, please.
I think a life well lived is just that my personal opinion that they live it full with happiness, achievement, and development over time. So what happened today will be better than yesterday, and what happened tomorrow will be better than what we have today. It's just keep challenging and bettering us, not to be competitive or ambitious, just to make me a better human than what I had yesterday. And of course, it should be parallel with my happiness. I don't want to be under pressure or stressful, because that will be just like a silver lining. It's just a thin line between happiness and stressful. So I want to be always in the stay happy and make it such enjoyment, and at the same time it fulfill my dream and hope what I want to achieve in that day and for the next day. Thank you.
Thank you. So a life well lived for you is a happy, challenging life.
Yes.
Thank you. What about the rest of you? Hans, maybe, would you like to tell us how you might answer this question? I mean, what do you think about a life well lived? Or maybe Jafar? Yeah.
Actually, I try to understand what is happening here, what is happening in the text, and for example, before Marina said, also the same idea Ferida said, for tomorrow. If we live our life for tomorrow, we couldn't live any time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm not going to keep this for long. We're moving to our first passage that we're going to
Maybe
work on today. Yeah,
can,
go ahead.
yes, of course, we can think our future, our goal, our after the life, but today is important because if you challenge today, if we do something, if we be happy, today is also important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you think that it's, we should plan for the future, but we should also enjoy our present. Is that what you're saying, Jafar?
Yes, I'm trying to tell you about if you do challenge, if you do feel happy or some environment today, we couldn't get ready tomorrow.
Exactly. Thank you. Right. I'd like to welcome Ari and Maruf. Hello, Ari. Hello, Maruf.
Hello, thank you, Mokhtar. Sorry, I come late.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. We haven't started reading the book yet because we needed an introduction, like a transition. We've been working on a book review. Just took it from Goodreads, the website Goodreads. And now we're starting the first passage for today. Maruf, hello.
Hello, Mokhtar.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you. Thank you.
Great. I know that you've just joined, but maybe you would like to read the first 2 lines or 2 lines and a half. Are you ready to do that, or shall I choose someone else?
Me?
Yeah? Can you see my
Okay.
screen?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just till the middle of line 3.
Okay. My mother used to say that blue eyes were bad luck because you could see everything that blue-eyed person was thinking, but I didn't heed the warning the first time I met Wyatt Armstrong. I was okay.
Okay. Let's have someone else to continue reading. Thank you, Maruf. Who else would you like reading? Who else would like? I'm sorry, would like reading. Maybe the next 2 or 3 sentences. Leon.
Where was it ended?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Where was that? What was the last
I was
one?
a newly arrived transferred to Yale. I mean, line 3.
All right. So should we start at a grad student?
I was a newly arrived.
All
I
right.
was.
So I was a newly arrived, transferred to Yale in 2001, a grad student with $50 in my savings account and a shared apartment. I had been in town for 3 days, and as far as I could tell, the only weather in heaven was a cold, driving rain. The
Thank
night
you.
before,
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Thank you for it. Okay, let's give it a chance to maybe Ons. Ons, would you like to read the next 2 sentences? Or Richard, maybe? Ons, yeah. Okay, Ons is ready.
Which one?
The night before. Yeah. The night before. Can you see it? It's line, I guess, line 5 or 6. The night before. Here. Can you see it?
Okay.
The night before the semester began.
Okay. The night before the semester began, it was on my way home from Storyline Library when it started to pour
Yes.
desperate to protect the whole of books in my arms, including several helpful volumes of entering the box, coffee text,
transcriptions, yes.
descriptions, aid access into the first open doorway in
I could find. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Let's move to the next paragraph. Who would like to read the first maybe 3 liners of the second paragraph? Toad the place was, well, hopping.
Todd's place was, well,
Rahma,
hopping.
please go ahead. I missed your voice reading.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Todd's place was, well, hopping. Even for a Wednesday night, the bar was a mix of Yallies and Quinnipiac girls who got brushed in and tottered up and down York Street in heels and miniskirts that barely covered their asses. Inside undergrads. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Rahma, please.
Inside undergrads jockeyed at the bar, brandishing fake IDs like FBI badges. A metal band thrashed somewhere in the back drowning out the feeds of a group of girls cheering on two guys engaged in a drinking contest.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So this is how the session works. We read aloud the passage, then we try to work on the vocabulary and the grammar and the ideas as well. So the following activity is about vocabulary. We have here, this is paragraph 1 of the passage that we've just read, and we're going to find synonyms. And the first synonym is for, it's a verb, means to pay attention to something. I'd like you to have a look at the paragraph and find out a verb that means to pay attention to something. And we go in order. So you start reading. So this might be in the first 2 or 3 lines. Then we move on.
Thinking.
Which do you, yes?
I think that is hit.
Heed, but I didn't heed the warning. And you're right.
Okay.
That's it. She said, my mother used to say that the blue eyes were bad luck. Why? Because you could see everything that a blue-eyed person was thinking. But I didn't heed the warning the first time I met White Armstrong. I didn't pay attention to my mom's warning. And so the verb is to heed, past simple heeded, to pay attention to something, to heed something. And I'd like to, before moving on, to draw your attention to 2 things. One, I don't know if you've noticed, for those who have been reading the book with me, that the Dawn, or the narrator, our main character, keeps referring to her mom as the voice of wisdom in her life. And today, no exception. She speaks about here how her mom once warned her from blue-eyed people, or maybe because blue-eyed people, you can see through blue eyes what people think about. I don't know if you agree with her or with her mom. Do you guys agree that blue eyes show, they can show what people think?
That's not true.
That's
it's like
not.
it's sort of a myth.
Okay.
It's like
Out
a
of
myth.
experience?
Yeah, I've watched some documentary about a Nigerian lady, and her blue eyes were the opposite. Like they were despised by the community, but at the same time, the international community, gave her open doors of sponsorship. She then turned out to be a model, like an eye model, just like we have people selling their feet, so I think her mother was wrong about that.
Good. Thank you, Rahma. My second remark here is about my mother used to say. It wasn't in my plan to speak about, but I guess it's fine if we do that. My mother used to say that the blue eyes were bad. Like used to here, used to is not the verb to use. This is used to with se. Used to plus infinitive. We use this structure in English to express a habit in the past, a repeated action in the past. My mother used to say, she said that many times. She used to say, used to. Okay, let's move on. The next word is an adjective. It means heavy. Heavy or immense or very big.
What was the question, Mokhtar?
The question, I'd like you to look in the paragraph, mainly the last 4 lines, and find an adjective
Heavy,
that
hefty.
means heavy. Yeah,
Hefty.
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 Great. Exactly, hefty. And she said, desperate to protect the haul of books in my arms, including several hefty volumes of Adrian de Bach's coffin text transcriptions. Now, my next word is a verb, means to lower the head, or the body. You do like that. You lower your head, you lower your body.
Duck.
Exactly, to duck. To duck. I ducked into the first open doorway I could find. And I'd like to remind you that this is the passage when Dawn met Wyatt for the first time. So it was raining very heavily. She was carrying many books. And to protect the books, she just ducked into the first open doorway she could find. Right. We're moving on. We're still working on with the same paragraph, but this time we have a different thing. What I'd like you to find the words or expressions, actually, more than phrases, for picture number 1. What's the phrase for picture 1 here? One paragraph from the paragraph.
Blue eyes for bad luck.
Blue-eyed.
Yeah.
Blue-eyed.
Blue-eyed, exactly. Blue-eyed. Come on. What's wrong? Yeah, I'm clicking the wrong button. Okay, a blue-eyed person. And again, I'd like you please to look at the phrase. Here we have an article. Person is a noun. Blue-eyed is an blue-eyed. Is it a noun, an adjective, an adverb, a verb? What is
Adjective.
it? Exactly. It's an adjective. And it's if you look at the way it's written, can you see the hyphen in between? This means that the 2 words are linked together to make up one word. So this adjective consists of 2 words. And what do we call an adjective consisting of 2 words or more? We call it a compound adjective. A compound adjective. In English, a compound adjective is an adjective consisting of 2 or more words. Mostly, they should be linked by a hyphen, a dash, like the one you can see here, but it's not always the case. We have another example here. If you look at line 3, I was a newly arrived transfer. A newly arrived is also a compound adjective, like a newlywed. You see the cars when people get married and they write on the car, newlywed. We see this a lot in American movies. So, but in most cases, they should be linked by a hyphen. Blue-eyed person means a person who has blue eyes. And this is a compound adjective. And I'd like to, I'm just revising with you what we saw before. A blue-eyed, we have blue, an adjective. We have eye, a noun, plus ed. Compound adjectives have different structures. One of these structures is adjective plus noun plus ed. And this is one example, blue-eyed person. Right, the second picture. Let's move on to the second picture. What do you see?
Book.
Yeah, a phrase, not just one word. It's a phrase, a block of words.
Hefty volumes.
No, not hefty volumes. We're but your answer is, I can understand your answer, but this is not the phrase I'm looking for, actually.
The whole.
I think that's the whole of books.
Exactly. A haul of books means, you know, an amount of books, like, okay, a haul of books. Now, let's move on. Paragraph number 2, find synonyms. Find synonyms for adjective, actually. It means crowded with people. An adjective. The place is crowded with people.
Hopping.
Hopping. Thank you, Ari. Hopping. Toad's place, it seems Toad's place is a pub, and it's hopping. It's crowded with people. The next word is it's a verb, to transport by bus, to transport people by bus from one place to another.
Travel.
Is it
From the text, from line 2.
tortured?
Just close, just before. Actually, the word is derived from bus.
Yeah, post.
Yeah, it's to bus.
To
To
bus.
bus. Now we know, we know bus is, we know it as a noun, but here it's a verb. In the text, it's used as a verb. The bar was a mix of Yaleys and Kennepack girls. Yale's and Kennepack are universities, two prestigious universities, and students from those two universities, they got bussed and tottered up and down York Street. So to bus someone means to transfer them by bus from one place to another. Now in the text here, bust in the simple past is written with one S, but it is also possible to write it with two S's, double S instead. Okay, next one. To walk unsteadily, mainly because someone is drunk or something, but to walk unsteadily with difficulty.
Is it jockey?
Okay.
Line 2.
Oh, okay.
Tortured?
Yeah.
Tottered.
Yes, to totter. To totter, they tottered up and down York Street in heels and miniskirts. To totter means to walk unsteadily.
Unsteadily.
Yes, I mean when people are, for example, drunk and they can't work comfortably and steadily. And the next one is, yeah, exactly, when they're dizzy. The next one is to cheat or to trick.
Brandishing.
Line 3.
Yeah. Brandishing.
Brandishing. Brandishing.
No, to brandish when you, for example, like the dictionary tells that, like when you are a policeman, for example, or woman, when they show the badge,
Yeah, that's right.
to brandish, to show
It
it,
should
to
be
swing it.
jockey.
But
Yeah, jockey.
the jockey, yeah, exactly.
Jockey.
Jockey means it has many meanings, but the meaning used here means to trick. They are falsifying like IDs so that they can get into the bar. They falsify maybe their ages, right? So to jockey means to cheat or trick. And to cover by being louder. Something is loud, but another thing is even louder. And the noise it's making cover the noise of the first thing. So to cover or to overwhelm by being louder.
Trash.
A metal band.
No, trash. Trash.
Trash?
No, to thrash means to thrash.
Drowning out. Sorry, drowning out.
Exactly. To drown out. To drown out.
Drowning out.
Yeah, it says here a metal band. There was a band, a music band, thrashed somewhere in the back of the pub, drowning out the fizz of a group of girls cheering on two guys engaged in a drinking contest. Okay.
This is confusing, actually. To some extent, you would say, oh, it's either cheering because you're
I'm
looking
going
at
to
the
go back
context
to
that.
the, yeah, I'm going.
Mhm.
So what's your comment, Rahma? Can you say that again?
The last paragraph is kind of
Yeah.
confusing.
The whole paragraph?
No.
The last sentence?
The last sentence.
Dawn is describing the place, the pub. I mean, she was walking in the street. It was raining. So, and she was carrying many books, and she wanted to protect the books, and she just entered the first open door available for her, and it happened to be a pub. And now she's describing the pub for us. There was a music band in the bar playing, it's a metal band playing music, and there were a group of girls cheering on two guys. There were two guys taking part in a drinking contest. And we have a question about drinking contest. Okay, let's move on. Here are two pictures of Yale University and Quinnipiac University. Just three pictures for them. We're talking about here about students from these two universities walking around York Street and enjoying themselves in the pub. I just wanted to show you the pictures. And the next activity, what are these people doing? What's this? Look at them.
Drink competition.
That's a drinking competition, a drinking contest. Okay, this is drinking contest. In the pub, there were a group of girls cheering or supporting or on two guys engaged in a drinking contest. We're moving on. This is another paragraph, another passage. Who'd like to read the first four lines of the passage?
Let me read it.
Yes, please, Ari.
The floor was sticky beneath my sneakers and the room smelled like Budweiser and weed. I glanced outside at the sheet of rain, waiting the lesser of two evils, and made my way to the end of the bar. I climbed onto a seat and set my stack of books on the bar, trying for invisibility.
Yeah, invisibility. Thank you. Who else would like to continue reading? Christine, maybe? Christine, hello? I don't need to read, Christine, just say hi to the group. We need to hear from you. Well, I'm not sure if Christine is listening. Okay, back to you guys. Maybe Maria would like to read, or Tazeen. Tazeen, yeah, Tazeen is. I'm sorry, Maria Tazini is raising hand. Maria, would you please? Yeah, I'm really sorry. Yeah, Tazeen, back to you.
Of course, I noticed him. His shirt sleeves were rolled up.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, it's my mistake. Go ahead. Of course, I noticed him.
His shirt sleeves were rolled up to the elbows, and his hair, gold, spilled over his eyes as he reached for the shot, tossed it back, and then slammed the empty glass upside down on the second bar. The entourage around him erupted, cheering, "Mark, Mark, Mark," but he didn't smile or raise his arms in victory or console the loser. He just shrugged as if he knew that this would be the outcome and accepted it as his due.
Due. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like you please to go to the highlighted expression here. The floor was sticky beneath my sneakers and the room smelled like Budweiser and weed. I glanced outside at the sheet of rain through the windows, weighing the lesser of two evils. What does she mean by weighing the lesser of two evils? Now she's in the pub. She looked throughout the windows to the rain outside. She said, now I'm weighing the lesser of two evils. And then she made her way to the end of the bar. Can you explain this?
Yeah. Get the best choice from the two bad choices, like get the best
which
one.
and which are the two options? Which are the two options?
Budweiser and wind.
No.
Either stay inside or going outside to pass the rain.
Exactly. That's the point. Thank you. So either she carry on walking under the rain, which is of course which is bad because she's carrying a lot of books, and the books were not only heavy but also precious books, very important ones. The second choice is to stay in the pub, and it seems she's not enjoying it. She said, if you look at the last sentence here, trying for invisibility. She wasn't feeling comfortable being in the pub. Then we have the drinking contest. Mark has won. Girls were cheering him up, and his reaction, he just shrugged as if he knew that this would be the outcome and accepted it as his due. Asshole, she said. Right. Again, find the synonym in the second part, actually, for follows. A word that means follows, a noun. Actually, it's a singular noun. Second part.
Entourage.
Yes. Entourage. The entourage.
Entourage.
Exactly. Yes. He said he tossed it back and then slammed the empty glass upside down on the scoured bar. The entourage around him erupted, cheering, Mark, 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 because he won. Right. Next word. Yeah. Next word is result. A word that means result. It's easy. This one is easy.
Outcome.
Exactly. Outcome. He just shrugged as if he knew that this would be the outcome, as if he knew that this would be the result when he started the competition, when he started the contest. Outcome. And the last word here is a deserved acknowledgement. Actually, there is only one word left. He just shrugged as if he knew that this would be the outcome and accepted it as his due. The word is due. It was his deserved acknowledgement that, like, as if he knew right from the beginning that he would be the winner. And this clapping and cheering is a deserved acknowledgement. He deserves this acknowledgement. Now, find an expression from the text for the picture.
Roll up.
Roll up, yes. Rolling up what?
To the elbow.
What is to the elbow? The man here in the picture is rolling up his what? His shirt
Sleeves.
shirt sleeves. So here, rolled up shirt sleeves. His shirt sleeves were rolled up to the elbows, and his hair cooled, filled over his eyes as he reached for the shot. This is the first time Dawn met Wyatt. And look at the first adjective she used to describe him. She saw him as an asshole. She didn't like him. She didn't like his reaction. He was in a bar, taking part in a drinking contest, very arrogant. What do you think about this first meeting? He's the man who would become her lover. And he's the man that he now, just after the accident, thought of instead of her husband, instead of her daughter, her job, her life in Boston. She just decided to go and see him. Does it sound a bit, doesn't it sound a bit weird? This is the first adjective she uses to describe him when she first met him. Any comment, any feedback, any reaction? Okay.
The first met didn't went good.
Yeah, it seems so. Is it usual that people that, I mean, have you ever had an experience like that? Like you have now a friend, the best friend, that at the beginning when you first met, maybe you argued, maybe you didn't like him or her that much. But later on, when you knew each other better, you found out that he or she is the guy, he is the right man to be a friend of yours. Is this very common, or is it only because it's in a movie? In a book? Yeah, Marie, is that you? You said sometimes.
No, it's me, Tazi.
Ah, Tazi. Yeah, it happens sometimes that you meet someone and you don't like them, but they end up to be your best friends.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you. Actually, this passage is only to read. We're not going to work on it, and just like a transition to next session. So we need, who'd like to read maybe the first 3 lines? She said there were legacies at the University of Chicago, but at Yale, they seemed to be the norm instead of the exception. I hadn't been here very long, but the few students I'd met seemed to be ripped from the pages of Town and Country. My roommate, whom I'd found through a flyer on a bulletin board, came from the Hudson Valley and was obsessed with dressage. I assumed that had something to do with fashion until I saw her in her horseback riding gear. Suddenly the guy looked up. I'd like you to focus with me here. We're back. The writer, Dawn, is talking about Wyatt. Suddenly the guy looked up, his blue eyes catching mine. The first time they looked at each other, they made me think of the heart of a glacier, of how when you touch dry ice with your bare skin, you cannot let go even if you try. He opened his mouth and let out a long, Go burp, disgusted. I turned away at the bartender, put the napkin down in front of me. What can I get you? She asked. So we're going to stop here for today. This is the first time Don met Wyatt. It a good meeting, it seems to be. And we're going to continue with this next time. I'm going to stop the sharing. And I'd like to hear some feedback from you. Have you enjoyed the book? Mainly for those who have read the book with us for the first time.
Yes.
Great, Tazeen. What did you find maybe special about active or funny? I don't know.
Not funny actually. Like I got to know about some new words also in the passage, which and some synonyms. Also like results, we got to know the outcome. Yeah, it helped me.
Good. If you join our Discord server, I'm going to share the sessions there is a channel in our Discord server called The Book of Two Ways. And I'm going to share, actually now I'm sharing the passages there, but I'll also do my best to share the session we worked on for vocabulary and the grammar today. So please join our Discord and you can get the
can you share a link? Can you put the link?
Yeah. I don't know if Frida has done this. Let me check. Yeah, you can find the links, Jafar. You can find the links, the YouTube, the Facebook.
Okay.
And I can see the Discord and the Discord as well. Bill has also has.
Yeah. Actually, I clicked there. Maybe I took off the Zoom. Maybe I record now. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you need to. Okay, you need to maybe copy and paste them somewhere before we end the meeting because you won't get access to them. Or you can just join right now on Discord mainly. Tazeen, are you with us in Discord in our
Yeah, I
Discord
just enrolled now.
Great, you're welcome. And Richard is there already. Christine.
Okay, we can, no problem.
You're welcome. Fine. So this is the end of today's session, of the reading session. We will do our best to share the schedule for the whole week by tomorrow, Monday. But generally speaking, on Monday is a day off. For now, we don't have Zoom meetings for Monday. For Tuesday, there is a block of 2 or 3 sessions. Tuesday starting at 11 a.m. UTC time. Rahma's open conversation and my session for IELTS practice. If you are interested in practicing IELTS, there will be also a second session for IELTS at 5 p.m. UTC time, and I think there will be a sledge game, and Bill can confirm this to me. A sledge game at 10:30 p.m. UTC time for Tuesday. Wednesday, there will be a session for a Bill sledge game. Frida, Limelight Parenting, some very interesting tips for parenting and discussing children upbringing, and Spanish for Wednesday, and a session of Spanish at 1 p.m. UTC time. For Thursday, for now, we have the session with Frida. I'm sorry, session with the Frida, and a session with Nani, and I guess Rahma as well. Not sure. We're going to
Sure.
share this schedule. Yeah, we're going to share the schedule with you. Is the karaoke on Thursday or Friday, Rahma? Karaoke
It's on
session
Thursday. Yeah.
on Thursday. Yeah. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
not going to confuse you anymore. Let's wait till Monday morning, inshallah. We're going to do our best to share the link for the schedule, the whole schedule, the weekly schedule for you. Right, so maybe Frida or Bill or Rahma would like to say something. The floor is yours, guys.
Thank you so much, Mokhtar, for a wonderful session, a beautiful book that I urge all of us to go out to the bookstores and buy. It has so much history, and it also, gives us the feel to read. It's a habit, it's a skill that we need in our daily lives. And to our lovely participants, I would love to thank a few friends that have joined us today. You're doing an amazing job. You're happy. We're happy to have you here. Christine and Tarzan, friends I met from different servers, and I'm glad they are here. Thank you so much for being here. Feel at home. This is Fetwilia, the home of dignity, home, and respect. Harmony, just feel free to interact with us. Back to you, Mokhtar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Frida, would you like to say something?
If we are ending the session, you can do the closing first, but I need you and Rahma and Bill to Ari to stay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fine. Okay. Now maybe we're going to end the session. For now, Bill, would you like to say something? If you're there, Bill.
I want to ask a question.
Yes, please.
They recorded this event. Where can be found?
Yeah, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and you can find the link there as well.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, YouTube channel, yes. Jafar, I know that you are also a member, an active member in a group of online learning called Mokhtar. Am I right?
But I removed myself
Okay.
a few days ago.
Yeah, you're welcome anyway. You're welcome here. We'd like to see more of you. We'd like to get to, I know that you are very active. We've been friends for enough time to know that you're a very friendly, active guy. And Jafar is from Turkey, and he's a very interesting guy. And you're welcome. It's an honor and a pleasure for us to have you with us. Yeah,
I'm glad to see you all.
Thank you. Ari.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see some new face today. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you, and I would love to see more of your interaction at the next session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, guys, I think this is the end of it. Thank you for being here and for participating and being active. We'd like to see you on Tuesday at 11 a.m. UTC time. Will you be there? Hazin, Christine, Ons.
I need to check what is the UTC time in my country.
Where are you from? Tazeen?
Oh, I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh is UTC plus 5, maybe UTC plus 5 or UTC plus 6, maybe. Am I right?
I don't know the calculation of UTC. Sorry.
Right. So, which is the best reference? Australia time, maybe.
It's okay. It's 6:31 p.m. now here in my country.
6. Okay, 6. That's now it's yeah, let's say 6. That's 6 hours. UTC plus 6. UTC plus 6. So if it is 11 a.m. plus 6, that's about 5 p.m. your time, I guess.
Oh, then maybe I will be in my coaching. Okay, like I have some.
Right. And
private-
yeah, and it lasts for more than 3 hours. So you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
If you can join right from the beginning, you're welcome anytime.
That will be great.
Thank you. Thank you. It was nice to be. Okay, that's the end of it. Frida, back to you,
Thank
maybe
you.
if you want to end the.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you
Bye.
for attending our class today. You can help yourself by clicking the leave button just right at the down corner. While we'll stay here, hang around for another 15 more minutes to arrange and organize our schedule. Thank you so much.
Or maybe you'd better end the whole meeting, Frida. And
All right.